Hey, hi, hello creatives, welcome back or to my channel. My name is Lindsay and today we are finally getting to my lineup. I can't even say planner lineup because honestly really only one of them is a planner, but this is my journal lineup of stuff that are more used on a daily basis. I'm not sure if I'm going to add into this video my projects that I'm currently working on. I think I might do that as a separate video just because I feel like this one might be a little bit long, but we'll see. But I just wanted to kind of show you all of the things that I'm working on currently. I'm behind in a lot of them, but that's okay. If I wanted to wait until I was completely up to date with everything, I would never make this video. So I thought that, okay, screw it. Let's just show you everything that I'm working on. And there's a few surprises that I've never worked in before, which are these babies here that I absolutely love. But let's kind of go through the ones that you've already seen and that I've kind of talked about. So first, which would be these three. So let's talk about the first one first. Let's talk about my bullet journal first. So you guys already know about this one. This one is my bullet journal that I use for all of my money stuff and my to-do lists and that sort of thing. So again, you've already seen this journal and I just posted my July plan with me, even though it was late, but I have I started April in this journal, and this is a B5 size Archer and Olive notebook from one of the subscription boxes. And I mentioned in my last video that I've started to use I'm a part of the Four Bears sticker subscription, monthly subscription. I'm also their ambassador, so you can check the links out in my description to, give yourself some discounts for some stickers. But yeah, so I've started they have these bears on each of their stickers, that they're sticker sheets. And so when I've completed a sticker sheet, I like to kind of put it in the back of the journal. I think I started that in about March. Either February or March. But yeah, that's this journal. You've seen it before, Next up would be my reading journals. You've seen this one before. I have started to go through and add in some different things. What did I add in? I've done this page since I've shown it. I've gone in and added my day's reading. I've done a couple of updating. I added in some here, but this is my reading journal that I am. So I think I've done quarter one has already been posted on the channel. You can check that one out. And then I'm going to start working on quarter two soon. That finished, but just a little preview. I read the Bridge Kingdom series, as well as the first two books are following two people. I can't even remember their names. So it was before. It was the first one. I want to even say the girl was Feyre and Auron, I think. And then the last two books are following two different people, Karis and Zara. So there's that one. And then this other one was, I read the Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, I think it's called. Yeah, Penelope and Colin's story. So yeah, there's that. That's the reading journal. And I talked about this little guy in my last reading journal video that I was going to do. I've started it. I haven't completed anything yet, but I've gone through and added in all of the, what do you call it? The little book titles, not book titles, the book covers. But I've gone through and added in, I think it's up to, yeah, there's a few more that I have to add in, but I've started to kind of go through and do this. So this is kind of how it's going to be laid out, which I'm actually such a big fan of. I'm really excited for this to be full and to be able to see everything all in one spot. And I like that I decided to put it in the traveler's notebook so that I can kind of, bring this with me if I want to and add it into a purse and to kind of update as I go if I wanted, or even just to kind of, I really hope to eventually do some sort of meetup. And I think that this thing would be kind of great to bring with me to basically have a summary of all the books that I've read. And then that way the thing that I was thinking about the other day was that, I get a new traveler's notebook once this one's filled up, because it really is almost filled up. But then I would be able to have like a traveler's notebook that would have like all of my book covers and reviews and all that kind of stuff inside. So I'm really, really stoked about that. So that's the reading journal. Again, you've already seen this, but, well, you haven't seen this part, but I've talked about this, so you know about this. So this is fun and exciting. Next one is, so I'm so bad. We're already middle of the year, and technically I've only done 2023 here. I've gone in and this is my yearly collections journal. I got this idea from Jashi Curran I think her name's Jess, over on Jashi Curran. And so I've penciled out all of my 2024 stuff to kind of put in here, and that I'm famous for backlogging. Like, I will go back and backlog. So I will still record, or I will still fill this out and stuff. And I already have the theme separated and the stuff that I'm going to use. So let me know if this is something that maybe I'll put on the communications tab. Communications tab? No, community tab. The community tab, if this is something that you would still want to watch me set up, just because like we're already halfway through the year, but I mean, I'm still going to set it up. So if it's something that you'll want to watch, then great. But if not, I'm definitely still going to set this up. But this is my yearly collections from last year. We had my word of the year, which I do still have a word of the year for this year. I had a vision board, all of my stats for YouTube and such in here. And then my memory reel of photos a month that I picked out. All of these photos, actually I went through, and all of these photos include, oh, maybe not. I thought it would have, but all of these photos really include the three of us up until November was when my daughter was born. And then, so I might still try and continue to do that, but we'll see. 23 new things to try in 2023. We got almost there. We're almost there. Period tracker, that was hilarious because I got pregnant in 2023, so that's funny. And then different self-care stuff, dates to remember. I'm not going to redo, I've tabbed this because I'm not going to redo this every year because, birthdays don't really, unless all of a sudden there's a lot of people that are added, then maybe I'll redo it because I liked to have them a little bit in order. Yeah, so I might add this in the new one, might not. I'm not adding this in 2024. Sorry, I am not adding this in 2024, but I could potentially add it for future years that will, again, if there's tons of additions and that sort of thing, then I'll go ahead and add it. But I really like this one. And then new movies and new stuff that I watched. I didn't really fill this out. Rewatch stuff. What I'm going to do in 2024, I've already recorded all of the new movies and new TV series that I have watched already. So I will go back and fill this out, but I'm not going to do rewatch stuff just because I'm on maternity leave. I'm rewatching a whole lot of movies, but I will go through and do new movies that I've watched this year that I want to do. So that will be a double page spread. My expenses for the month, I'll probably gray it out. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to share things. I might share things. Who knows? I haven't decided yet. You'll see if it's something you can see, great. If it's something you can't see, then it's just, I'm not quite ready to share it yet. Debt, I didn't do this one. This is our line of credit. I didn't bother doing it at all. And the budget tracker, this was just, I didn't like budget and then actual. I'm going to set this up completely different for 2024. I've already done. I might set it up very similar to how I've done my monthlies and just do it as a total for the year is what I'm thinking I'm going to do. And then that's it, 2024. So again, I penciled stuff out. There's a house to-dos of new for this one. I don't think there's a whole lot of new things that I'm doing here, but yeah, see, new movies, new TV, like an actual full page spread there. But yeah, that is the yearly collections. Again, I still have to set it up and I still plan to set it up, but this is in an Archer and Olive A5 size. And I like that, you'll see here, I like that I've tabbed it out. So 2023 sticks out and then I shaved off the rest of the pages and I'm going to do the same thing for 2024. So it's pretty cool. I'd be able to have in a few years here, which is kind of nice. But that's that one. Again, behind. But I still plan to do it. So let me know if this is something you'll watch or go to my community tab because I'll probably have a poll of if this is something that you'll be interested in watching or to skip it, and that's totally fine. Next up are my Hobonichi babies. These are, damn, I love them so much, and I'm behind in them, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So let's start with the day free. The day free one is pretty small, but this one is, I've called it my hobby journal, but it'll most likely be like my YouTubes. And I've gone through, so this is my like habit tracker, and I've gone in and like, you know, when I record and edit, if I've organized my space, if I've done some catch-up journaling, played Animal Crossing, did a Lego, and then posted on the 4 different platforms. And I changed it up for June a little bit, but I have an app on my phone that, let me show you. I have an app on my phone called Habit, and I've gone through and basically done all these. Look, I'm a little bit behind because we went camping this past weekend, but I've gone through and kind of added in all of the things that I keep track here, and I've added it onto this so that I can go ahead and kind of go back and just kind of, okay, the stuff that I've done, stuff that I didn't, that sort of thing, because I just find it a little bit easier, and I don't always check in with my journal space every day. Just, you know, 2 young kids, it's kind of what happens. But so I use this, which I really like. I did end up buying it. I want to say it was $11 because I wanted unlimited amount of habits that you can add in. Some of them you can only add like 3 or 5 of them, and I just had no interest in that. So I ended up buying it, and I do really like this. I do really like this. You're able to do like different like stats and stuff. Look at it in a weekly weekly view or a monthly view, and then as well as yearly. Click, yeah. But I only started doing it, I think, as of June. June? Maybe. Can't remember. But so I've been using this. So I will transfer in all of the stuff over on this journal here. But so that's what I'm doing for the yearly. And then I didn't get back into YouTube until April, so I don't have anything there. And I've just kind of put in the videos and Instagram posts that I've been doing, plus my YouTube stats I've just put here as well. May, you'll see I got definitely a lot more active here. June, not so much. And then now we're in July, and I just haven't quite filled it out yet because I'm still getting used to trying to pre-plan content. I really can't do that just yet. I'm just kind of, when I'm able to create a video, I create a video. I try my hardest to do 1 a week. June, I kind of took off just because I ended up getting sick in May, and it was a nightmare. But anyways, so this is what I'm using this for, but I do really enjoy it because it's so freeing. I think I might actually do this for my work planner, maybe. But yeah, okay, so then I have my to-do list that I've tabbed in, the one that I'm currently doing, but you have like all of my different video ideas and what I was doing in April, different photo content ideas for Instagram and such, just to kind of have like a spot. Like here's my collage, how-to collage video. I kind of went through and added in some jot notes. So I've done some decorating, but not really. I did a little brain dump, June to-dos, that sort of thing, like a to buy wish list that I can still add to. And then here we are in my July to-dos, and then my photo catch-up. Look at this. Lots of catch-up to do, but I like doing all of these different lists because I like marking them off when I'm done. Because like, who doesn't? Who doesn't like marking them off when you're done? So, but I still have tons of space here, so I don't have to like be selective with what I'm doing. I'm able to just kind of drop it in here. Right now, it's really only YouTube stuff, but I do like this can be for a whole bunch of like all of my different hobbies and stuff. Different Lego sets and stuff that I can put in here that I still plan to put on here, and that sort of thing. And maybe once I've started to play Animal Crossing a little bit, but again, timing and trying to figure out which hobby to work on when is hard. So I think that, I remember in 2020 when Animal Crossing first came out, and it was just like everyone had journals and checklists and all these different things for Animal Crossing. And I might do the same thing in here, but I just haven't played enough to kind of add stuff in here. But moving on to the next one. So let's go into my 5-year journal. I love this. Ooh, ew. Why did it do that? No, I love this journal. I am so behind. This is kind of like, these are the tabs of the days that I was behind on, but I'm even more behind than this. But what I've done is, so for January, I did all one color, and I've set it up as to like, here's a summary of what happened that day, or a summary, or like just how I'm feeling about something that happened. I've been adding in the weather as well as something I'm grateful for. So, and then kind of on the bottom here is like a little bit of like Sydney related stuff, my daughter, or just something to note for that specific day. And then even so for people's birthdays, what I've done is the January 16th is the first birthday. Here we go. Jake's birthday, he's my brother-in-law, and we ended up, so I did a gratitude spot, and then you have the weather here, but then in like February okay, I guess in May, I'm going to be behind, but there was, I think it is here, it was May something. When was it? Anyways, okay. Well, I can't even find when it was. Wasn't it in May? Oh, here. Where'd it go? There. Mother's Day. See, I didn't even plan it out. But Mother's Day. So because Mother's Day landed on the 12th for 2024, I've put it down here. But for, say, here too. Good Friday. Again, that kind of fluctuates. But from year to year, then there was the leap year one. But if we go to, say, a birthday, as you saw before, or like there's Hudson's birthday, my son, you have Valentine's Day. It's February 14th of every year, right? So I'm able to put it across the top of the page. But for something that's that day specific, I've put it down here. So yeah, as you can, I don't know if you've noticed, but so January was all black. And then February I did in red. March I'm doing in purple. April I did in blue. May is orange. June is green. Very hard to see. Let me kind of pull it up for you. But June, very hard to see. But I can see it enough. Do I love it? No. But I'll just, something to note from before. July I've picked pink. And then we're not in August yet. But I'm using I've also indicated. So if I go to, okay, let me go to one that you can actually see. So here, so for April, for the first of the month, I've gone in and added what pen I've been using. So here's the Pilot Juice Light Blue and 0.38. I'm using the Pilot Juice 0.38 for all of them, and I've actually picked it out for the rest of the year. Let me show you. So here you'll see this January, February, March, and then I have April, May, June, July out because I haven't finished those yet. And then we have August, September, October, November, December. I've kind of gone through and kind of added in, like October I did orange because it just makes sense and that sort of thing. So I've picked them out already for the rest of the year. So that's kind of nice that I just go ahead and, pick the next one. But I really like that. I really like that a lot. And I've been loving this and I am slowly catching up and I'm able to get like a couple of done a day. Sometimes I don't get any done, but I just can't wait to start moving on to the next year. But that's my 5-year journal and I just love it. So happy I got this. I am so happy. Even though I'm behind and it may seem overwhelming, I'm slowly trying to get 2 done a day, but it is what it is. Okay, and then lastly, what are we? Oh, okay, we're only 20 minutes in-ish. Lastly, this is the Hobonichi cousin, and I caved. So let me show you what I did first. So I have this. This is, I call a Hobonichi. And what I decided to do was before my daughter was born, it started in October when I was really contemplating wanting to get one. Actually, it started in August. And I'm like, you know what? I want one. So I went in and set up a fake one where a Hobonichi per se, or let's say. I went in and did monthlies. Then I went in and did weeklies. And then I went in and did dailies. And I ended up sticking to it for the most part. I fell off in the weeklies, but you'll see that weeklies are one of my strong point in my Hobonichi Cousin. But so I started with it and then I kind of fell off of it. But I have the dailies, and the dailies were most important. And this is how I've kind of been memory keeping, and kind of like I use it as a little bit of a junk journal per se, where I have a bunch of that stuff in here as well. And then like I have my, like all of this stuff documented, which is great. And I'm right here, this little guy here, I'm right here in journaling. I haven't done the journaling yet, but I've gone in and added all of the photos. And what I ended up doing, so for December 24th and 25th, I knew I was going to have a lot of photos. I went in and added these postcards, but then I also have back here where I've gone in and added random, what's this called? Wrapping paper. I ended up doing a Christmas Day back here as well. That was just kind of like I couldn't fit all of these photos on top of December 25th. So this is all of our stuff, all of our home stuff of opening presents. And then we have like the evening. And then this is all at my in-laws' house. And it was really important to me to document this because it's my daughter's first Christmas. So I know that I still have to go back and do journaling, but something that I did do, I will show you as well, is on here. I haven't been keeping up with it recently because I've been using my Hobonichi Cousin, but there is, what's this called? Morning pages. I went through and you'll see I started in October, which was, you know, where this journal started. And I went in and kind of, obviously this is when my daughter was born, so it was a little lackluster, but I went and did like a summary of kind of what we've done. And then again, you'll see days here that I've kind of fallen off because I ended up filling what we did in my Hobonichi, and I'll show you that in a second. But so I have in here like what we did that day and that sort of stuff that I will be able to go read and then go ahead and journal about each photo and stuff in here. So I really look forward to that. I'm really happy that I kind of did this Hobonichi first because I wanted to kind of make sure that I was going to use this, and I am using it. So I have a bunch of stickers in here that, because I wanted to pick out little stickers that I use for this. And you'll see it's already pretty chunky. Again, I'm behind, but who isn't, I guess? Who isn't? But okay, so then I'm doing the same thing here. I'm doing see, again, in June is when I started using that habit app, but I'm doing the same thing here where I'm keeping track of these different habits that I want to, basically what I'm using this journal for. You can see that I'm literally so doo-doo at my skincare, but it is what it is. So yeah, and then I ended up getting I can't remember what shop it was called. I do have their information in here somewhere, but I bought these off of Etsy. I can leave the shop linked below because I really like them. I really like how it turned out. And I feel like I did it in, I used them in my day free for this page. Anyways, so, and that's where I got the tabs and stuff from as well. You'll see that I got a little crooked here, but it was my first time putting them on, so I did fine. But then in monthlies, I'm a little bit behind here, but January, so I'm keeping track of how many times my daughter feeds and for how long, just because it's something that I kept track of for my son. Although my son, I didn't breastfeed, I formula fed, so it was more of ounces. It just looked a little different, but it's still something that I want to track and that I did track, so I want to have it written somewhere rather than just through digital, because digital sometimes doesn't always win. And if the app deletes or whatever, if the app deletes or something, I still want to have that information somewhere. And then I'm keeping track of my steps and then how long I've slept for that night. And 8 hours, 9 hours, 8 hours. I'd be lucky to get 5 now. But so this is what I did. And you'll see that I have these 3 lines at the top. And what I've kind of been doing is the top is for birthdays or anniversaries or something. The middle is for appointments. And the bottom is just like going to be like a note for that day that I'll go through and do. And yeah, But so I'm a little bit behind in May and June, but I've gone ahead and decorated. I've even decorated July already. None of this stuff is recorded anywhere. I haven't shared this journal anywhere. So you guys are seeing this for the first time, and it's just, oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. Every time I fill out my weeklies, I go through and like flip through my previous weeks because I just love seeing a full page. So I will do a quick flip through because I'm just so proud of this journal. But so I do have the what's this called? Weather on the top that I'm keeping track of, as same as in my 5-year journal. But I've gone ahead. This was my first week here. Loved it. Like, it was just great. So I'm kind of time blocking, but this isn't planning. This is memory keeping. So I'm kind of, you know, keeping track of what I've done that day and like where I was, what I was doing, that sort of thing. This isn't so much of how I've been feeling. I was trying to use my dailies for how I've been feeling, but again, I'm using more of memory keeping and I can't stay on top of the journaling. So it's just taking me a little bit longer, but yeah, most of the stickers that I'm using in here, I know a lot of people use the Coffee Monsters Co. Sticker shop, but I've been using my Four Bear Sticker Club, and I've been doing it this whole time, basically. The odd time you'll see a page that doesn't have those stickers or from that brand of stickers, but for the most part, that's what I've been using, and I've been loving it, and now I'm an ambassador for them, and it's just so awesome. Oh, okay, so if you're wondering, the highlighted is showing you showing myself, not you specifically, but it's showing myself when my daughter was sleeping. And then the lines that I have here are showing her feeds. Just because, again, I like to keep track and I just find it fun to see, you know, when she has a long nap versus her short naps. And it's just something I'm able to see. This week I got sick. I went and did some back planning here, but I didn't finish with that sort of thing or with doing this one, but I did put the longest day ever because it was just, it was horrendous. We ended up getting the stomach bug and it was just awful. But for the most part, this is filled out. There's, I think, a couple of weeks that I've missed, or just this one I've missed. But again, I have all of this information in my Morning Pages app so that I'd be able to go back in and write down what we've done. I also go back into my photos and look kind of what we've done. And, oh, sorry, I keep flipping. But if I'm not able, because normally I do like time blocking and things, but if it doesn't show what time I did what, I'll just kind of go ahead and journal what I did that day here, just to kind of, because again, I love seeing a filled out spread with the stickers. This is one of my favorites. Just so simple. I love kind of filling it all up. And just, I just love it so much. That feeling of, anyways. But I've just been really enjoying this so much. I don't use the sidebar for anything. I was using it for something, I think, at the beginning, and then, or I was going to use it for something, and then I just stopped. So so this is where I've kind of decided on a sticker sheet for that week, and then I'm going ahead and going back and fixing it. So see, I've already have a sticker sheet here. This I have to go back for. This one I have to go back for, and then this one I'm up to date. This one I used like red and Valentine's-y things because July 7th was my husband and I's wedding anniversary. And it was lucky number 7 on the 7th. 7 years we've been married. So yeah, this was this past, what are we, the 14th? This was this. Okay. And then here, so I'm behind here. My husband had a RC race and we stayed overnight at the RC track. So I didn't, check in with my journals there, but there's that, and then yeah, so there's the weeklies, and then into my dailies. Again, I'm behind, but I won't flip through everything. Oh, here's the shop. This is the shop. So January 5th is when I got it. This is their logo, but I'll leave something on the screen here of what it's for, or what the name is. At the beginning, I did a prompt up at the top here in January. And then it slowly, for January, I continued to do it. And then February, I didn't. Here's where I am. I have to still journal all of these things. But I have all the pictures here. So that's really fun. March, I think I go up until March 19th or something. And then I've started to decorate some of the pages because I find that fun and just super easy. But I still have to do April. I have to do May. And I have to do June. But that's what I've been doing. I've even been putting, again, some junk journaling per se stuff, but that's that. Okay. So that's what I've been doing. And then I started to, in July, I wanted to kind of write, or I think it was near the end of June. Let's see. I wanted to kind of put like one big word on the day, and then I stopped doing that because I feel like I just want to put the pictures down that I know I want to put down for that day and then kind of fill it out later to kind of fill up some space if I'm, you know, don't have that much pictures on the page. But yeah, so I've been doing that. I haven't done anything at the back. Again, I do have my Four Bears little sticker collection here. This is just a little random test page. I haven't done anything here or the 365 days. I might do this for, I don't know, maybe days that I read. So it's something to kind of, because it's memory keeping, this is what I'm using my memory keeper for. Maybe I'll do this for the days that I've read something or listen to an audiobook, that sort of thing. And then my 100, I don't know what I'm using any of these things for, but for my 100, I am going to use this for new movies that I've watched. And so, yeah, I haven't filled it out yet, but I've been keeping track of all of my stuff on Letterboxd, so that's really fun. So it's just something, again, to kind of take from digitally and move it over to my physical copies. But so those are the journals. These are all my lovely journals, and I just love them so much. But these are all that I'm using so far, and we're already half an hour, so I feel like I'm going to do a separate video for all of the projects and stuff that, like my project journals that I'm working on, because we're, you know, in and around that half-hour mark, and I feel like I want to kind of wrap this puppy up, and yeah, we'll do that in the next video. But if you made it this far in the video, I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you like, comment, share, and subscribe. All of the things, it means so much to me and helps this channel grow, which I'm very excited about. And I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye.